spending 28 days knitting from wool that I've inserted in my vagina. Every day I take a new skein of wool that's been wound so that it will unravel from the centre, and I stick it up inside me and then I pull out the thread and then knit. It's unusual and it's confining because I'm attached to this knitting, so I can't sort of get off and wander around, and so it's restrictive, but no, it's not painful. I mean, people push babies out of there, so it's a pretty robust area. The piece for me is about assessing and I guess being intimate with my own body. I want to, I guess, not just walk off and become a parent like a sort of cultural lemming. I want to make an informed decision. The performance wouldn't be the performance if I were going to cut out my menstrual cycle from it. For starters, when I'm menstruating, it makes knitting a hell of a lot harder because the wool is wet and so you have to kind of yank at it. It's sort of slightly uncomfortable, sometimes arousing sometimes. When I'm sitting in the gallery knitting, I get a lot of the reaction is people say, "You're so brave, you're so brave." And to me, it feels just really natural and really uneventful, which is sort of what I wanted it to be. I think the expectation when you're showing the vulva that people are going to feel feelings of fear and repulsion. So by linking the vulva with something that people do find warm and fuzzy and benign and even boring, just knitting for a long period of time, I hope that people question the fears and negative associations they have with the vulva.
I'm gonna introduce to you the biggest, baddest F-word in this house right now. Let me hear you scream for the one and only Sjw Cringe!
It's not a dirty word, though some folks are acting like it be, but a needed word. That means we all deserve equality. Think the word's played out? Sorry, you're mistaken. A better effing world, this F-word is effing naked.
Oh! Feminist is exactly what we all need to be.
1, 2, break it down, and money.
She makes less than he is 77 to his dollar. They got the same job and they work the same hour. I like to say holla to Hollywood. How about some girls behind the camera? Doesn't that sound good? A dude's a lot to say.
No.
Girls a lot to say. Yes, you want to talk about consent? And clean up this mess is done with actions. Voices, make yourself heard. Don't be a wallflower. Become an F-word.
Feminist is exactly what we all need to be. Susan B., Anthony, and Harriet T. Truth and Paul, they gave their all just so you and me could vote. Take note, mad power in your vote. Cause when you do it, nothing to it, stronger laws will get wrote.
I'm wishing, hoping, praying, thinking about a feminist in office like Sanders or Clinton. And wait, Congress has what? Congress has how many? Newsflash, women make up less than 20%. I got it then, cause OMG, we need diversity when leaders fight for our rights and ensure our liberties. Hey homies, yeah, to protect the woman's choice, you better make some noise. Oh!
You know what pisses me off? Sexism. And there's so fucking much of it in the music industry and pop culture and all that. It infuriates me. Why is it that men are actually always appreciated and seen for their hard work and talent, but it's not the same for the women? When it comes to women, all people care about is how they look and their bodies, and they're not seen for their hard work and talent like men are. Why are people actually like this? It infuriates me. Kesha was drugged and raped by her producer, Dr. Puke, and Kesha decided to file a lawsuit and all that, and people think that she's doing all this for attention, which is ridiculous. Why would anyone go that far just for attention? It doesn't make any sense. And have you seen her face in court when the judge told her that she had to make music with her producer? She was sobbing. She was in tears. Is that the fucking face of a liar? No!
I'm sorry, I can't go on.
That's okay. Your tears say more than real evidence ever could.
It pisses me off that people actually think that she's lying and doing this for attention. It literally doesn't make sense. Where the fuck is your logic? And if you disagree with me right now, you're a sexist fucking prick. Go fuck off, you sexist fucking pricks. It pisses me off. And you know what? If you disagree with any of this, shame on you. You're disgusting and sexist and gross. And it just confuses me that, like, why do sexist people even have to exist? It doesn't make sense. And, you know, back in 2008, Chris Brown beat his girlfriend, at the time I think, Rihanna. And you know what? He's still more successful than ever, but yet Kesha, who was raped by her producer, she decides to speak up about it and file a lawsuit, and her career fucking goes downhill. Oh my, how the tables have fucking turned. Why? It literally doesn't make any sense that a woman speaks up about abuse and her career goes downhill, but when the male does the abuse, he's still successful. Just think about that. And you know what? This video, it's probably not going to change the world or anything, but if I convince at least one person or get them to open their eyes and see this huge problem in the world, I'm fine with that, and I'm really happy. And you know what? I'm going to get so much hate for this video. I know it's going to be so controversial, but I don't really care. I need to speak up about this because it infuriates me and pisses me off so much. I am a feminist. I believe in the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes. And if any of you have a problem with that, you can fuck off.
Peter and Brendan stood up here and complained that other students, people like Tim and me, are engaged in a discourse of censorship, that we wanted to silence them. Fundamentally, the purpose of free speech is an instrumental good. We have the audacity to try and erode the platform that our racist and misogynistic society has given to two privileged white men. This is the thing that creates Gamergate, where men think it is legitimate to threaten women with violence if they don't shut up. Other people deserve that platform, other people who are not white. What we are saying is move the hell over. What we want is freedom of speech, and we want freedom of speech for everyone. And unfortunately that means we're going to have to get these guys to shut up for a while and give the platform to someone else. No? No PR1?
Well, yes,
Go
indeed.
for it.
Yeah, you said at the beginning that you didn't read our columns, and it's absolutely evident from what you've said this evening that you don't.
Okay. So, obviously I did my research before the break. That's just moronic to say that I didn't. Check it yourself. You should remember what you write, especially when it's that offensive.
Is it not true that to have a different opinion isn't the same as telling other people that they shouldn't have or they can't have that opinion?
Absolutely not. No.
She's a professor, and she steals signs.
Wait, don't you know you're stealing?
She's a thief. It's a professor.
Signs, we'll take it too.
What?
You better guide your other signs, we'll take it too.
Do you realize how much she was just making up?
Like,
I may be a thief, but you're a terrorist.
Like, don't you see?
you're stealing away my right to like learn because you're so fucking distracted.
Didn't you realize how much she was
take that into your fucking camera.
Didn't you realize how much she was just talking over us?
She has the right to because she teaches at this university.
You don't have the right to steal things.
You don't even go here.
I know I don't, but you don't have a right to steal things if you work here. That's not a right you have.
Weird.
Thank you. Don't touch me.
She's teaching
Hey, don't touch me!
And she just pushed my sister as well.
I don't care.
Get out of this. You did not pay to go here.
She just assaulted me. You don't want to be. You don't want to be with her.
You've done assault.
You don't want to be near her. She's assaulting. The police are coming. You don't want to be with her.
Will one of you please? There's a woman who's a professor. And I don't want to put my hand. Just move. And there's Sorry.
Okay, I adopted 2 children. Oh, good for you, white savior. Aren't you so proud? They're not white. He's not white. Exactly, you're a white savior. You think that it is the white man's duty to fix everybody's problems, right?
How many did you adopt?
How many did I adopt? I kill my kids.
KCMO, Clover, you're on the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
Hi. I was actually asking about the opinion that you shared earlier about why females shouldn't be on the front line, and it caught my attention because of why you said that was true. You said that females, and well, correct me if I'm wrong, that females were less capable of handling situations on the front line than males. Is that not correct?
It's 100% correct.
Why do you believe that that's true?
Common sense, logic. Do you think that women could have? No, wait, ma'am. I know that you're offended because you've been brainwashed into thinking that women are equal to men in all ways. Women are superior to men in some ways, but in terms of overall physical strength, they're not superior to men. By and large, it's a biological fact. You can't argue with biology.
I agree with you there, absolutely. But let me ask you this then. If a female was shot in the heart by a gun, would they be less capable of surviving that bullet as opposed to a male?
You're asking a question that has no meaning. Let's take us back. Let's take us back to World War II, where the Marines had to land on certain islands and fight hand-to-hand combat with bayonets and flamethrowers against the Japanese. Do you think a woman belongs there?
I don't think that's a real. I don't think that's even an accurate question. And there's no.
No. I'm asking you a real question rather than a academic question. Do you think a woman belongs in such a situation? And moreover, do you think a woman could handle hand-to-hand combat against an enemy like that the same way a man could, a battle-hardened, trained man?
Because I am capable of handling something like that, I believe, yes, she's fully capable of it if she is given the proper training. Just because she has women parts on her body does not immediately disqualify her of handling a situation like that.
And do you think that the enemy troops, who would probably be all men, would think the same way?
Does that matter?
For any of you who disagree with anything I said in this video, you're fucking disgusting, you're a sexist, gross pig, and you're a prick. You're obviously so ignorant and uneducated. Alright guys, that is all I have to say. I love you all, and I hope you all have the lovely day you deserve. Bye-bye.